Any quick shoutouts? No. Okay, so this is a really shitty deck that we played on stream the other day, but it actually it has a pretty good success rate. The goal is to summon, or is to resolve a Sky Scourge Neorlis on the first turn with a Dante up. So then your opponent goes down to like 0 cards, and then you have like 3. But anyway, so we're playing 3 Skarm, 2 Seer, 1 Graph, Rubik, Farfa, Dragig, Libic. So generally, you're just using these guys to special summon themselves from the hand. Very rarely do you actually resolve their like graveyard effect outside of like sending Graph with Fiendish Rhino. But you like have to reserve your normal summon for Phantom of Chaos. So like you're not really normal summoning these. Similarly, like Tour Guide is pretty fucking terrible, as is like okay. So I guess let's talk about these. So Tour Guide is terrible like in your opening hand, but you want to search Tour Guide after you resolve the Sky Scourge so that you can OTK them on their next turn. But like not searching the Tour Guide is just not what you want to do. So I wasn't even gonna play Fiendish Rhino because like I said, like you can't like normal summon these because like you need the normal summon for Phantom of Chaos. Like you only want to mill these or like discard them. But then I realized that like you can send the Sky Scourge or the Phantom of Chaos depending on what your hand is, and that made this like playable. But I don't think you'd want to play 3 because like drawing them is fucking terrible. And then we're playing 3 Fluffal Bear, 3 Fluffal Wing, and 1 Edgem Sabers. So like this is like your main draw engine. Toy Vendor's like really good. Wings are really good because it gets you like a +3 for nothing. Sabers is good because you can like stack a card in your hand before you Sky Scourge and then blow up the field and then draw whatever you stacked. So those are in there. And then like our win condition is like 3 Phantom of Chaos and 3 Sky Scourge. So if you don't know what these cards do, Sky Scourge, you can summon it from your hand by banishing 3 Dark Fiends and 1 Fairy Light Monster. And then you pay 1,000 life points. Both players get rid of they send all the cards in their hand and field to the graveyard, and then you draw a card. So the goal, like you can summon this, but that's not really what you're trying to do. You're trying to get it in the grave, and then summon Phantom of Chaos to banish it, and then use Phantom of Chaos to do that. You can summon this, so like Fluffal Wings is a target, and then we're playing like one other target. So we're playing these 2 Light Sworns. So we're playing 1 Lumina and 1 of this shitty card. So this is only played because it's a Fairy Light Monster. Lumina is better than like playing a second one of these because you can like make a Dante randomly. But this is basically just played because so these are basically just played because Charge of the Light Brigade is like good because it mills like 3. Like all of your mills in this deck are generally good, so you just want to like mill as many cards as possible. But we're playing those. 3 Toy Vendor. I wouldn't say this is like the best card in the deck. The next one is probably the best spell in the deck. But these are good because like it just accelerates you through the deck. You're not trying to like hit the special summon off of it. You're really just trying to discard a card from your hand to mill 1 and then pop it with Wings. And then this is probably the best spell in the deck because it's the most versatile. So this adds back good cards that you milled and gets bad cards out of your hand. You can like discard Rhinos with it. You can like discard Sky Scourges if you draw them, Wings if you can't discard them. This card just like actually does everything. And then just the 2 charge for the Light Sworns we're playing. Foolish, Soul Charge, Allure, and Dark Eruption. So Dark Eruption is kind of like your 4th monster reincarnation. It doesn't discard a card, so like that kind of sucks, but it only adds back Phantom of Chaos, so it's a little bit more limited. So we're just playing the 1. Soul Charge is really good. Like if you open Soul Charge, you're like set, because then you can like actually normal summon your Tour Guide or Fiendish Rhino, and then just like mill the Phantom of Chaos and bring it back with Soul Charge. So no traps, because you just want to get the setup on like turn 1 or turn 2. The extra deck is we have 3 Dante. That's like your main dude. And honestly, like this is really the only one you're summoning because like you just want to summon multiple Dantes and then blow up the field. Virgil's pretty good. Alucard, Levier. So Levier is cool too because you can like banish stuff. If you like do summon the Sky Scourge, you can banish stuff and then bring it back with Levier. Mech equipped, Utopic, or I guess Utopic for ships and shit. Acid Golem, Nightmare Shark. Downerd is like really crucial for this deck because a lot of the times when you blow up the field, you just end with a Dante with no material because you bring back with Seer. So this like makes the damage output. Basically, you want to put your opponent on a 2-turn clock, so they have like 2 turns to draw. like their first 2 draws just have to be ridiculous, otherwise you win. And then just Infinity, and then this guy for Exceed Universe. But that's it. Like, it's kind of complicated to play at first, because like a lot of times, like your BA monsters, you're like just trying to special summon these to like put out Dante. And like a lot of the times you have like a hand of like 2 BAs and like a toy vendor and like a charge, and like the order of operations is like really crucial. So don't get discouraged if you play it at first and like the combo doesn't go off, because like you have to get a little bit lucky, but it's surprisingly consistent. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and I'll catch you later.